Welcome to Vodhalla.
Seed of earnings, of medal spread, everything across the board. We have a lot of variety going on here for this bracket in North America. First weapon is going to go to Cody Travis. We're on the Demon Island, but Ethan is not playing Demon Bride Hattori like he regularly does for pretty much all of his career. You saw it on the card. He's playing Maitre D Hattori, that new skin, baby.
Yeah, and it looks fantastic. Speaking of new skin, Sparky.
Yeah.
Was Cody got locked in? The first player, basically, I'm pretty sure that's the case, at least competitively, to have Meta Barasa, right? Like, 'cause everybody else here on the viewership awards earning that. We got Cody rocking that Meta Barasa here in game number 1, looking fantastic on it. And man, what a player to be playing with that character as well. Look at this with the axe already so great against Ethan in game number 1. Let's see if Ethan can bring it back, because I thought that was going to be the stock there. I mean, he is in, Dare Sair comboing there is huge. But he is in D-Light recovery range for sure, even on Demon Island, and Cody has just been relentless to Ethan so far.
Yeah, Cody seems in complete control here. We've seen a lot of fantastic axe spacing. Already saw the pivot neutral air coming out from Cody's blasters. So it seems like the inputs are coming out from Cody right out of the gate, even though he's had a little bit of time waiting for this. Yo, the D-Light neutral signature. Ethan has been hitting those today. He took out Santi stocks with them. He started off taking this stock with it, put him into the power position, led to the D-Light dare that came out from Ethan to get the first KO here.
Can't believe that Cody went for the weapon throw recovery there. Trying to mix it up. Cider gets him though, but Ethan, that was such a huge neutral sig comeback there, because Ethan was definitely on the back foot that entire stock until that moment happened, and now he's got a slight lead. And those kind of momentum killers can be huge in a matchup against Cody, because Cody, in my opinion, is certainly a momentum-based player.
Definitely.
There are stocks where it'll be 0 to death back-to-back, and then I feel like something puts him off his groove and he just spends 3 minutes trying to figure out how to play again. I feel like that could happen with Cody. And Ethan is certainly good at being able to put a wrench in that momentum. So here we've got Cody getting that neutral light, and he knows he's got no dodge, so he peppers it with 3 dares. And now he's a down sig away, or just side airs away. Oh, no way.
Down sig, you were right.
Yeah.
Different weapon, but same outcome on that one. Grabbed it with the axe instead of the blasters that he started with. Went back over to the blasters. He's got to be feeling the damage output on the blasters after he picked up 3 neutral airs. One right after the other. Continuing this one, of course.
There's.
You see the D-Light into the neutral light because Ethan was still in the white.
Cody's so good at that.
Light as that follow-up.
Cody, I feel like Cody invented blaster side light. That's not actually how it works, but man, watching him use that move, he hits the side light, waits for the connection, just steps a little bit forward to cancel the end lag, side lights right again, catches them every time. He's hit more double side lights than I've seen anybody else do, and that neutral light might two-stock Ethan here as that dodge goes through to Ethan. Oh, Cody gets the down light, no recovery afterwards, but he's got a whole stock to play with. He could just decide what he knocks out Ethan with at this rate, because besides that one D-Light neutral sig, that's it.
Hopefully Surus sees that and sees all those side lights that you were talking about, because he is a D-Light Daryl when he has blasters in his hands, and I want him to see the power of the side light that Cody was doing to poke and then have very low recovery. You're not stuck there for a long time. If you miss, like a neutral light, like a D-Light, that poke move with the side light is fantastic.
And this is a good opportunity to highlight why it impresses me so much, is because when you think of combos, and you think of strings, do you think of blaster side light?
No, sir.
No, you don't. That is a move that you get the most mileage off of when you are trying to play the most around your opponent's dodge and jump habits, right? And so that is why it impresses me to no end every time that I see Cody do it, because very few players have the ability to connect with blaster side light as frequently and as effectively as Cody Travis does.
I feel like that's one of the best indicators of a really strong blasters player. It's just being able to overwhelm your opponent and just constantly poke and pick at them with that.
Because there's a reason that you favor downlight. Downlight leads into side air.
Yeah.
Downlight leads into recovery. Downlight's a super fun move where you actually have 5 seconds to think about what you do next. Right?
Oh, Cody. Starting off this one big. Axe here, getting the first KO. Kind of juggling the blasters up a little bit. Didn't make a move to grab the weapon spawn away from Ethan. Didn't want to leave himself disarmed in case Ethan was able to grab that, which he did in the long run. So there, again, D-Light side light because Ethan is still in white.
Oh, side light again, gets the side air afterwards. And it's not true when he's getting those follow-ups afterwards. He is just looking at what Ethan tends to do after getting poked by that move, and it's good damage. It's not like you're just hitting somebody with an unarmed D-Light and tacking on 2 hits. You're getting the full frontal force of that the Blaster's sidelight hit is just one bullet. Most Blaster's attacks are multi-hit. The damage is split up across all of it. Blaster's sidelight, no, that's just right there. And Ethan does even up the stocks. Cody now looking for a new weapon. I think that the axe is coming up next. Let's see if Ethan denies it. Nope, there's the axe.
Not really whatsoever. He just kind of was playing near it, putting
Neutral
himself as
sig?
like a wall between
Come on,
him.
you will. No,
Oh, he goes to the ground pound.
That is
Easy
an
edge guard.
oddly. I feel like Easy Edge Guard does describe that pretty well. He really did just jump up there and hold ground pound, and it worked. I mean, it's Demon Island. This is the stage where it's going to work the best, right? And if you're not ready to deal with that, there's so many options to think about when playing against Cody Travis and how he's going to edge guard. Man, Cody has just been so good with these nairs. He's slide charge, neutral sigs. Ethan doesn't jump, but it's side light. Okay, neutral light comes through. A little bit of time where he waits to see what he wants to go for afterwards. Side air, dodge out of the way. Ethan gets the hit through, but this is like a carbon copy of game number 1 going to game number 2, where Cody is in red, but Ethan's also in red, and there's a whole stock difference.
Cody's blasters are relentless. That's going to be a KO right there. Off the top, started that one in red. That's why you know he's going to be dead. That's what all of us blasters mains say when we pick up the D-light.
That's true, that's true. Getting that dash jump recovery afterwards, pretty difficult, really worth it. If you are a blasters main or an aspiring blasters main, that is the knockout combo that you want to learn and get down and have that be muscle memory, because when you have that D-light in red, it can knock out so early. Even on Demon Island we saw there, it's just so nice having that guarantee. If you rely on D-light side air, you're gonna have to do an extra 100 damage a stock off your downlights if that's what you're looking for. So huge play from Cody Travis, and that is 2 games in a row. We're not 2-0 in both games for 2 stocks. Ethan just is having difficulty with these blasters. Cody looks in top form.
He did 279 damage on the blasters, held them for over half of that game. 55% of last game, he was holding blasters in his hands. We think about the axe from Cody. We think about the heavy hitting down signature, the beautiful neutral signature. You can pivot slide charge on the edge. But man, right now, the blasters are coming out. Look at that massive chunk.
Yeah, Cody literally living for longer than half the game. There's just periods of time where Ethan can't even touch him.
I think the iceberg that sunk the Titanic was probably smaller than that wedge on that graph from Cody Travis.
You think so?
I think so.
Well, let's see if Cody can break that record going into game number 3, because Ethan's going to need a miracle at this rate. He switches over not the character, but the cosmetic lineup going out of the Hattori, right? Into game number 3, as Cody is 1 game away from winning this and going up against Java in winter semis. Ethan on the Hattori, now on Small Brawl Haven. This is kind of scary. Barasa, known pretty well for having signatures that knock out at really, really early damage if you get them in the right place. Blaster's down sig has gotten literally nerfed for that, and it's still really, really good on Brawl Haven. And Axe neutral sig can take you down at yellow on this stage.
I mean, we were seeing Cody hit a lot of side airs as well. Even those are a much more viable KO option on this map. You already see him going for the D-light side air that's going to shove Ethan to the left side instead of just straight above him. Nice pivot down air, rising pivot down air, back to back coming out from Cody on this one. Going to punish that landing for sure. He was on the right side of the stage, so D-light side air, not the right choice. Goes for a D-light recovery, definitely secures the KO.
D-light recovery, a lot better on Brawl Haven too. You don't even need your opponent to be in red for that to work here.
Started in orange, ended in red. That's how you know he's going to be dead. That's what we say when we're on Brawl Haven as a Blasters
that's
player.
Right, the mantra changes.
Yes,
okay,
it's a little bit different.
Cody now up a stock, down air hits, goes for the double down air. Ethan jumps all the way up, hits it with the pogo, but the D-light siders not quite enough damage for D-light recovery to work there. And Ethan switches over to the sword, gets punched for it. Nice side stick. Is that going to be it? No, Barasa just too tanky for that to knock out. And he gets right underneath the gravity cancel down, like gets a nice unarmed punish, a kick as well. Blaster's picked up.
Oh,
no.
The final hit of that one makes contact.
You know, there's something about today where players are spot dodging things on reaction, and then it just ends up thinking him in the last tick of it, and he gets to stare after it. That's enough force to knock him out. Cody, he sidelights him again. Side air hits, and Cody just tacking on so much. He's on the verge of 3-stock at Ethan here. Okay, recovery stops the record-breaking iceberg from happening. Game number 3, as Cody is, well, he's still over a stock ahead.
Now, I was going to be selfish and hope for the Reno. I still, at the end of the day, am hoping for more Reno from Cody, but he's just using Barraza so well. Like, his blasters are the shining star, definitely of this game, but his axe play has been so good. It's been stellar. Almost picks up the neutral signature. I'm loving his Barraza right now. It seems on fire.
Yeah, down airs are hitting. Side air misses. Side air hits him in the face instead. Cody gets the recovery. That's it. It's the first recovery. They connect all game. And it's right off the top of Brawlhaven. And just like that, the set's over. Cody Travis making quick work of Ethan. I mean, we talked up the spear, but blasters is such an interesting weapon. So few players play it, but the ones that do make it look like it's the best weapon in the game, right? It's so incredibly good. When in the hands of Cody Travis. Look at the damage dealt, 511 to 334. Cody just fantastic.